Hello and welcome to Gravitas Ukraine Direct. I'm Palki upadhyay coming to you live from Kiev. We've been here for 7 days now and each day comes with new worries. On Wednesday, Russia deployed 6 warships to the Black Sea. Today it has started joint military exercises with Belarus. Troops, fighter jets, missile systems, they've all moved closer to Ukraine's border. They will conduct drills here for the next 10 days. Remember, this is happening barely 130 miles from where I'm standing. That's a roughly 3-hour drive, but for missiles it'll take much less time. But despite this looming threat, the residents of Kiev seem determined to not let fear win. And this is also true for Indian students in this country. 20,000 of them live in Ukraine, most of them studying medicine and engineering. How worried are they about the Russian buildup? We decided to find out. Earlier today, we visited the Taras Shevchenko National University, one of Ukraine's foremost institutions for medical science. And I spoke to the Indian students studying there. I asked them about their life under the specter of war. Here's what they told me. It's a make or break moment in the Ukraine conflict. Russia's 10-day-long military exercise with Belarus has kicked off. Russian forces have surrounded Ukraine from all sides. The US is asking its citizens to leave. Ukraine is resolute and tense. It's a testing time for its people. Also, for the 20,000 odd Indian students who live in this country, Indians form the biggest foreign student group in Ukraine. Most of them come here to study medicine. Why Ukraine? A, because it's affordable. The cost of medical education here is cheaper than it is in India. And B, the degrees that they get are recognized both in Europe and in India. So the students come here in large numbers. About 2 weeks back, the Indian embassy in Kiev drew up a list. It asked these students to fill up forms and collated their information in case they have to be evacuated, in case war breaks out. But what do the students here feel? Do they believe that there will be war? Are they tense? We decided to find out. This is the Taras Shevchenko National University, one of the premier institutions for medical science in Ukraine, also home to a number of Indian students. As war brews on the border, life in the dormitories is exactly how you would expect. There are reading rooms where students catch up after class, a shared kitchen where they try to fix an Indian meal, and Bollywood music that dissolves some of the tension in the air. On the face of it, life looks normal on campus, but the threat of war weighs on the minds of these students.
These are things that happen in one night. And you don't even know when people, and these military of Russian military enters Ukraine and does all the chaos. But all we are doing is just waiting for the updates and waiting for Feb 11th. That's it.
They worry, not just for their own safety, but also that of their Ukrainian friends.
If there is a war or if there is some kind of disaster happening, we have a place to go back and create our own life back in India. We have an option to go back and make our future brighter, or somehow we can manage. I understand we are from the many people who are here are the middle class or the lower middle class or poor people who are coming here and studying. For all of us it will be a big hit if such issues happen. But we have an option to go back and create our life back in India. But whereas my Ukrainian friends and fellow mates, they are going to lose their independence. That's what we feel sad about. Not only me, that's what we all feel sad about our Ukrainian friends and Ukrainian citizenship. Losing freedom and independence is worse than anything else.
Madhu is a 4th-year student. The MBBS course is about 6 years long. That's good enough time to get used to a conflict. But this time, it's serious. They're concerned about the scale of the Russian buildup.
I've been here for the past 3 years and there's always been talk of war going on. But till now I don't think it's the same thing, but this time it was more serious than before, obviously. Let's see now, America is doing things, India is doing things. I don't think there should be a war. But, Russia, there's Putin, so you can't say anything. But
these students are banking on the Indian embassy in Kiev. They've been evacuated once before. At the beginning of the pandemic, hundreds of students were flown back to India through the Vande Bharat mission. They say if war breaks out, New Delhi will ensure their safety.
we don't know how they are going to deal it politically, but right now when it comes to us, we think we are in the safe hands because we are in constant touch with the embassy, and if there is any kind of evacuation or something, the embassy is going to take measures accordingly, and they're going to do the best whatever they feel like. Yeah.
Until then, the Indian students are lying low. A surge in Wuhan virus cases has moved classes online. A lot of their classmates have gone back home. Those who are here say they know how to stay out of trouble.
We don't go to the borders or we don't travel much. We stay low-key in our hostel premises or near the university because we are near to the border spill, and if anything conflicts, in case it happens, for evacuation or all, it will be easy. So we are just avoiding to go far away from the city.
The pandemic has already disrupted their education. A war would deal a body blow to it. As Russian troops fire missiles, the echoes of their war games ring through the corridors of these colleges.
Most of our parents from India tell us stories about their childhood and everything, that they'd been doing this and that through the hardships and going to school. So we have our set of stories, that we studied in Ukraine and there was a big war going on.
These young Indian students are writing their stories in a dangerous setting in Ukraine. Here's hoping they find a happy ending. With the WION team in Kiev, this is Palki Sharma Upadhyay. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.